Femi Falana reacts after P2B said he's ready to challenge APC in court to claim his mandate. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. Following the conclusion of the 2023 presidential election that was won by the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party (P2B), having rejected the result of the election as announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) through their chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has opted to challenge the results in a court, alleging that he won the election and that his mandate was stolen, which he intends to recover. Renowned Nigerian lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, San Femi Falana, has reacted to this decision. Demo Falana, while addressing the issue, stated the Supreme Court judgment showed that it's a beautiful time in the Nigerian democracy. The court should be allowed to do its judgment without the federal government interfering in the matter. The federal government said that they would obey the judgment of the court and it will be final, so they should better obey the judgment of the federal government when the time reaches. They shouldn't do otherwise, if not they'll be generating chaos and violence in Nigeria, Falana added. Speaking further, Falana posited that the court remains supreme and that if the announcement any court gives the mandate to anyone, no one can dispute it, not even the federal government, if they want peace. Now, let me all refresh us, because it is like a lot of us have used amala, ewedu, begri, inyon, for to suppress everything. Rice, yeba, those things you use to suppress everything. Let me put you through the three arms of government we have. Some people mistake it and think that it's the executive that is the overall. But let me tell you, we have the executive, we have the legislature, we have the judiciary. I'm going somewhere with this. Just calm down. Listen to me. Hear me out. Now, the executive is in charge of. He executes his word. If he said this thing, it will happen. It will happen. The same way, the judiciary will also come out and say this thing should happen, and it will happen. The same way, the legislative body, which is the Senate, come together and say this thing is law and it is law. Do you see that these three arms of government have the same powers? No one should supersede the other. In fact, this three arm of government, what they exist for is for checkmating each other excesses. Let's say, for instance, Mr. President is now, acting on, maybe he's trying to use executive powers. The Supreme Court will tell him, brother, you don't overstep your boundaries. Calm down, drink cold water, cool down for Jesus. The Allah, calm down. Do you understand? The same way, if the Senate is trying to enact a law, sign a bill into law that does not favor the people of Nigeria, the Supreme Court or the the executive, that's the president, can step in and say, no, this one will not go work. Everybody is as important as the other. Just like your body now, you cannot say your eyes is too important, that your hand is not important, or your leg is not important, or your stomach is not important. There is no part of you that is not important. That is how it is. Nobody should come and be ruling on anybody's territory. So this thing that Femi Falana say here is that this particular Supreme Court, to make them allow them exist, all we need is a president, an executive, who will come in and who is going to show us how to respect the Supreme Court. Any man that comes today and practices what I call the rule of law, that means no matter who you are, if your father let him be the Alpha and the Omega of Nigeria, whenever it is time for that law to be obeyed, you will obey it, else you are going to be punished. Do you understand? And then we also need somebody who will come in and who is going to respect separation of powers. Not you are going to give the executive the order. You're going to give the executive the judiciary, just like today. Malami, who is the Malami, who is the Attorney General of Nigeria, is not the Attorney General of Nigeria. It's the Attorney General of the Mr. President, and it is very bad. We are not supposed to have that. So it is when we have somebody who comes in and really acts like this. The person tells us, no, the Supreme Court talk my law. Anybody will not follow up, there's a punishment. And people are using themselves as scapegoats. The Supreme Court talk, do them. By the time you lose your house, you lose your company, or everybody you say, okay, this president, they play. That is what we need. Now back to the news. Tell me, This man, they said it is either you congratulate the president-elect or you go to court. This man wants to go to court. Now, it is going to be only rational if Nigeria wants this country to remain together, number one. If you don't want to experience a breakdown of law and order, that is not going to be nice, most especially for the electorate. If they really know they have the interest, even if it is not even interest, even if they have the eye in the interest of Nigerians at heart, they're going to make sure the federal government does not interfere. You see this particular case, we won't go on. They don't even interfere. That is it. This is the best they can do. They did not give us free and fair election. They frustrated our life. I don't even want to even go into details of the Naira redesign, the kind of damage it's caused, the chaos it has caused, the people that have died. I don't want to go into it. Now, you don't give us fair and fair election, right? The only thing you can do as a government, again, to just make sure you sign out on a very, how do I put it? Your hand there for your chest, say, at least I do something for the people of Nigeria. It's by making sure you don't interfere. Just like Falana said. Okay? Now, to collect him money, Igbo should remain indoor on Saturday because this is Yoruba land. And Yoruba candidates not Igbo, so Igbo are not needed unless they want trouble. I put it to you that anybody who is a Nigerian can go out and vote. I put it to you that anybody who is a Nigerian can go out and vote. See, on that, somebody even suggested something that people should put, people should carry, if you are going out on Saturday, if you have all these dogs that looks aggressive, you should bring it out. And I think it's actually a good idea. Because for this country, they never legalize carrying of arms. Unlike, for some countries, Western countries, they don't legalize something. So before you talk, you don't know what your neighbor carries, so you go talk with caution. Yes. Do you understand? As much as you are a Nigerian, you are a northerner in the eastern region, you are a southerner in the northern region, wherever you are, you have the right to come outside and say, for this region, why they? Now this person ain't go do us well, we go vote for him. It is your choice. It is in Nigeria constitution that's how it's supposed to be. So this one we are hearing, I'm even seeing video of people threatening, if they burn you where, you go outside, you do this one, we will show you. All those one are mouths. Their mouths. I keep saying it is because they have not legalized arms in this country. You get some country where say if they legalize the arms, by the time when you touch, you go no say, this person fit carry you, make I shape my mouth well. By the time the person reach for him pocket, you go tell and say, bros, I just a play. No, take me serious. No, jokes apart. They're already coming out to threaten. Look, like I said, I am a Nigerian. I can go to anywhere in the 36 states and capital of this country and reside and do businesses. So far, I am not causing trouble. When I am causing trouble, you now say it is different. But this one, I am not causing trouble. For that reason, Nigerians, do not be afraid. Go outside to vote. Defend your franchise. Make sure you register your votes. Stand there, let it be uploaded. And this time around, do not be scared. I'm not saying you should go and fight too. And also on that day, make sure you put your emotions in check. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.